clearer picture of exactly what happened in that movie theater. Investigators tell us that at about 1:15 today, a 51-year-old white man set off canisters of pepper spray inside a showing of Mad Max Fury Road in Antioch. That's a small community in Nashville. Apparently, as he set off the canisters, 3 people ran out of the theater and got the attention of 2 police officers who were actually attending to a nearby car crash. The police officers responded to the scene within 2 minutes. One of the officers went inside the theater and was shot at by the gunman. He returned fire and slowly got out of the theater. That's when the SWAT team showed up and shot and killed the gunman as he was trying to escape. As you said, Kate, he was discovered wearing a surgical mask. He had obviously a gun, a hatchet, as well as pepper spray and 2 backpacks. The bomb squad investigated those 2 backpacks. They took a closer look at them, saying that they found things that made them uncomfortable. So they were detonated this afternoon. The silver lining in all this is that only 3 people sustained minor injuries. No one had to be taken to the hospital. But as you said, Kate, we're dealing with another attack on a movie theater in the United States.
Absolutely. And what more can you tell us about the victims here?
There were 3 victims. They were a family. There was a 58-year-old man named Stephen, a 53-year-old woman, and their 17-year-old daughter. All of them sustained injuries from the pepper spray. Obviously, their eyes were burning, and also the man was hit with that hatchet, as you mentioned. He sustained a bruise on his shoulder. All of them expected to be okay. He actually spoke to cameras this afternoon, saying he was thankful for the swift response from law enforcement.
My family does not want any kind of 15 minutes of fame. We were not looking for any of this. We did nothing to bring this upon ourselves. And I am very, very grateful that no one else got injured here today other than the person who perpetrated this.
You can hear the emotion in his voice there, Kate. He also went on to say that his faith in humanity was restored after he saw the way people attended to his 17-year-old daughter who was hit in the face with the pepper spray.
Boris, thank you so much. That man clearly shaken, and understandably so. Out front for us tonight is Sina Thomas. Sina, you heard the shots from outside the movie theater. If you can, walk me through what you heard, what you saw, what happened.
Okay, I was headed to the library, and when I got out my car, police were everywhere, and they told me to get back in my car, in my vehicle. And I did, and then I realized how bad the situation was. There were police and SWAT were everywhere. I tried to just leave because I was nervous. I didn't know what was going on, but they turned me right back around. I did see the victims on my video. You can see them on the grassy area. They're hunched over because their faces were sprayed. At the time, I could see their faces were really red, but I did not know they were the victims.
And Sina, did you hear you heard the gunshots? Those gunshots ring out.
That was after I turned back around. Yes, you could hear the gunshots. At that time, I didn't know what it was. I mean, I thought it was gunshots, but everything was so crazy at that moment. I heard so many pow, 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 pow. And then people started screaming and running. And even before that, people were running out of the theater screaming and crying. And
you mentioned the victims, that you saw them right after the attack. Can you describe a little bit more of what the scene looked like?
At that time, because I was there well before the police had gotten there, they were sitting on, they hadn't been attended to by paramedics yet. They were just really red in the face, and they were crying. The young lady, she just was crying and bent over, and I don't know if it was her father or it was a man shooting her, but I did not know at that time that they were the victims.
Sina Thomas, thank you so much for jumping on the phone. I'm sure you're shaken as well. This is not how your afternoon you at all thought was going to be turning out, but thank you so much. Out front with us.